Welcome to the Evolvepreneur Podcast Channel. My very special guest today is Nichola Zacher, who is an international author from Canada who achieved greatness through a unique situation she faced in life. Nichola worked in the field of caregiving as an early childhood educator after attending SheridanCollage. Nichola works very hard to take care of her father, Bob, who lives with the disease of dementia. When first diagnosed, it was a very difficult time for Nichola. By continuing to stay positive, she found virtue in therapy and her little puppy, Marley. This ultimately led to her inspiration to write her book, Marley's Dream. Nichola's goal with this book was to genuinely improve the lives of people and their families in similar situations. By writing this book, Nichola and her dog Marley has built stronger relationships with the characters featured in her story. Her message is a simple one, but always to have patience, empathy, and most importantly, love. In future, make sure you keep an eye out for Marley with many other books and a television show currently in production. Welcome, Nichola, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's an honor to finally meet you face to face and be on your show. I'm completely honored. I'm very excited.
Cool. And I know we had a couple of false starts along the way to try and get to here, so it's been a little bit of a challenge to get to that, which was probably good.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So tell me.
Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it.
No, you're right. So tell me how long did it take you to write the book? Like, you obviously, from what I've seen, you basically, sort of had this idea to write a book along the way. What was the sort of the trigger point when you decided to do it, and how long did it take you?
So it took about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when I fell in love with Marley instantly when I met her, and I just felt the need to share that love. Like, when I watched her with my dad, it just overwhelmed me, and I thought, I need to share this. It's so powerful, that message of love and acceptance.
Right. And I think you've got a copy of the book there. I think it showed me a bit of this cover at least.
Yes. Yes, here it is.
Okay, cool.
Marley's,
so
that's Marley when she was just a little baby. Yes. And Marley's going to have babies herself, so I'm very excited about that.
Right. Why are you feeding the house to feed, right? So tell me a little bit about, and I guess part of the thing with the podcast channel is what we try to do is you try to kind of dig deep into the entrepreneurial side of it. And we had a bit of a chat pre-roll about things that you're sort of having trouble with marketing and stuff like that in terms of getting things rolling. So what was your first approach? Like, you wrote the book. What did you do next in terms of trying to get things moving? I think you said you hired a marketer.
Then we approached the television studio.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, we're sort of like at the crossroads, because how do we keep marketing while you're waiting to hear back from a pitch? And and I think a lot of entrepreneurs face that challenge. Where do you're in the crossroad road? Where do I go? And I'm very fortunate. I have a phenomenal marketing manager that's 100% supportive and will guide me through these hurdles, and we will succeed, and Marley's message will definitely shine with everybody and resonate.
So with the TV show pitch, what's the idea of the show? Is it going to be animated, or is it a live type?
Yes, an animation. And Marley, it will be an educational show for children, and it'll be about math and reading and writing. And Marley will be supportive and encouraging, and be the support that children need if they're facing challenges.
Okay, makes sense. And so basically with that TV pitch side of things, how did you go about that? Did you find someone to pitch it to the TV channel? What was your process? Because it's obviously pretty difficult for people to get stuff on TV.
It is, and I still have, as frustrating as it is waiting and wondering and guessing, and I'm still very honored. It's an amazing opportunity, and I had just contacted them about and wanting to share Marley in some kind of educational way for children, and her message. And so they said that they gave me the opportunity to do a pitch.
Right.
And I was very excited. And then I found my marketer, and the team, and they're phenomenal. Like the guidelines were followed very closely, and it was done superbly. Like there was just so much professionalism and effort that went into.
It's quite interesting. I saw a saying on Facebook.
It definitely
the other day.
will succeed.
I saw a saying on Facebook the other day that you don't discover how good a professional is until you hire an amateur, right?
Yes, exactly.
And I think that's the danger, I think, with book publishing, is that people try to cut some corners where you shouldn't, and sometimes. Right. And particularly things like I had a look at your cover, and it's quite nice cover. So one of the things that I've seen a lot of authors do is they cut corners on their cover, which is the most dangerous thing you can do, because the people do judge a book by its cover at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I did find that there was always that option of looking at something that was less money, and I said no, I'm not going to do that, because I want that child to feel the quality of the book when they're reading it. It's important to me, so it's important that it's done right.
And I think the interesting thing with children's books particularly is that it unlike most sort of other normal non-fiction books or whatever, they tend to get handed down too. So the book will last a lot longer than in the shelf, if you like, in terms of the family, if they've got multiple kids.
Right,
like
right.
So.
And that's what I thought, that the book is all about love. So I do love my book, and I do believe in the message. And so when you love something, you put your whole heart into it, and that's what I've always done, and that's what my team has done too with the pitch. So I'm very proud of the whole thing.
So you're did you think about, did they do much with you with target market in terms of who's your best buyer for your book? Like did you figure that out on the way, or are you still trying to figure it out? I guess obviously the kids aren't necessarily going to buy the book because
yes, so Marley, the media is all done for Marley. Like she's on Google, she's on Amazon, she's on Instagram, she's everywhere as far as media. They've done my marketing manager has done a phenomenal job. You can find Marley anywhere, and she has a lot of followers, like thousands of followers on Google. So it's exciting. Yeah, she's really taken off.
Must be hard to type with the paws with those with the keyboard, right?
Yes, exactly.
And so, tell me, what are you employed? Are you acting as an entrepreneur, do you think, or are you employed at the moment? Like,
definitely. Well, my main job is my father, taking care of him and making sure all of his needs are met, and enjoying this quality time with him. And I will always treasure it. And then the book is definitely part of both of our dreams. It's part of our life, and so it's definitely important. It's a combination of both. We're building this book and pitch from the love that came from taking care of my dad and meeting Marley.
And I guess in some respects it's like people are obviously with COVID and stuff, they're kind of stuck home, so it's a great time to sort of sell books. It's interesting they said that a lot of book sales aren't necessarily as big as you would like in terms of the volume at the moment, because I think people took a while to kind of figure out what they're going to do, and then started reading books and stuff like that. So
yes,
a bit of a surge is probably going to come, because as people kind of ultimately, particularly like in Australia, states had to go back into a lockdown situation. So people probably start thinking, well, I need to build up for this next time.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. That's true. Yes, that's very true.
So where do you see that this book going? Do you see you writing more books in the future, or do you...
Yes, definitely. Yes, we definitely will be writing another book. And Marley, well, it could be with Marley and the puppies, right? Or Marley, some adventure that Marley finds, and definitely it'll be the same message of love and acceptance, because I really do feel that's important.
Sure. And so
put that into the world as much as possible.
Yeah, well, I guess that's probably the world needs a bit more of that at the moment, because I think part of the problems with people getting frustrated and everything, that seems to go out the window a little bit, doesn't it? So
yes, it does. You're right.
Yeah. And so, have you got plans to sort of get into many bookstores, or is it mostly on Amazon? And
Yes, well, we are at Cole's bookstore here, so, and in Walmart online, and yes, so we will definitely, though, we're open to any new opportunities that come across for Marley in the book.
Okay, cool.
And marketing it.
So it's currently available on Amazon, or is it on print?
It is. Yes, it is currently available on Amazon.
So we can put up the links, and we can also put up the social media links for you as well, so that if anybody wants to follow Marley on the way through, they can. And
yes, she has her own page, and she's on Google and Amazon, and yes, cool.
That's excellent.
Facebook.
Well, congratulations on doing it. I mean, I think children's books are probably hardest to write. I think there's a great saying that says, "If I had more time,
yes,
I'd write a letter." I think that's
yes.
It's tough to write children's books, I think, because children are very straightforward. They won't muck around. So if they don't like something, that's it. You can't make it like it. So it's pretty challenging, I would think.
Yes, that's true.
So we'll put up the links and everything. I really appreciate you coming on the show. Great to have a chat about it. And I really like to keep following your kind of journey and see how you go. And obviously,
yes, please do.
Yeah. All right.
I appreciate that.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks again, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored, and I love speaking with you. It's been very educational.